Hey, good afternoon from the city of Dallas, and welcome to today's conversation. Just a quick one sound check because I know that we all join from everywhere in the world. If you can see and hear me, just talk to me in the chat room. Just drop a nice comment. I can see all of your comments, so just drop a nice comment in the chat room and let the conversation go. I know that some of you may be watching from West Africa, from Europe, from Asia, any part of the world. So wherever you're watching from, please let me know. Drop it like it's hot, and let's take the conversation on. My guests are in the house, and we have something interesting to talk about today. And what we're about to talk about, you would love it because a part of me feels like you may also have gotten to that point where you are asking this particular question, where you're wondering what exactly is going on in this particular space, or what is going on online. What are we up to? Are we losing the recipe? Or have we forgotten what it is to be human? So if you have something to share, please just drop it in the comment section. Let me see what's on your mind. And you can also let me know where exactly you are watching from. And once I see that we're together, I hope that all of you can say something. Once I see that we're together, we will just take it up. Please watch till the end because the two professionals in the house are people that you need to learn from, listen to. And one thing I usually say is that when you have wise men and wise women around you, you should, as much as possible, try and listen to them and then say to yourself, okay, what did they say that applies to me? How can I be a better person? How can I be a better professional? How can I just be better in my area and in my life? Awesome. So I see Valerie in the house. She says that they can see and hear. Excellent. So please drop it like it's hot. Valerie is dropping like it's hot. If you can see and hear me, let me know. So let's cut to the chase. I would do the introduction I would introduce both of my guests right now. There's one person that I think that you may know already because he's he's powerful on LinkedIn, especially. And when I say he's powerful on LinkedIn, he be writing. Like he likes to write, he loves to write. He loves to write. Like he's always writing on LinkedIn, always dropping gems. A very cool gentleman, and we've had the pleasure of hosting him also at our Emotional Intelligence Week conference, in Nigeria. And we've just had the pleasure of listening to his wisdom. So, what exactly is his name and what does he do? So, his name is Yemi Fashion. And guess what? He loves Mondays. So, if you don't like Mondays, he's on your neck. Yeah, like every Sunday, he's that professional that is always after people's lives on Sundays. He's reminding them it's Monday. In fact, from Saturday, he'll be hunting you down. Oh, you got 30 hours to go. Yeah, you got 30 hours to go. You on the clock right now. From Saturday night, he be hunting you. Like if you don't have emotional intelligence, you are going to block him by Sunday. You are just like, what the heck? Oh, bam, blocked. And then you unblock him on Tuesday, and then you block him again on Sunday. It's a toxic blocking situation. So, who is he? He's a business leader with 30 years multi-sector, multifunction experience. He currently works with clients in his role as Chief Talent Officer to drive the talent and business transformation agenda. Yemi was a two-term elected council member of the Chartered Institute of Personal Management, also called CIPM, and has received a number of global recognitions such as Top 500 Most Famous and Most Fabulous Global HR Leader, Top 150 Global HR Influencer, Top 8 HR Thought Leader in Africa, Top 50 Personality on LinkedIn, Top 3 Africa HR Influencer, Top 200. Okay, top 200. I'm trying to see when you get to a point, your glasses be glassing you. Top 200 2021 Global Thought Leader, Top 10 2021 Global Leadership Development Thought Leader, Top 122 CHRO in 2022, and then Top 200 Voice in Leadership. Like the top be topping. All this entire paragraph has about 15 or 18 tops, like top, 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 top. You just be saying to yourself, Lord, when, like, this is a picture of who I want to be when I grow up. And then guess what? You still have time. Then he's the founder of YFN Network, and TFYN is a personal leadership and business development forum of about 200 professionals and entrepreneurs. I'm a part of it. I need you guys to know, and you should also join the TYFN network and entrepreneurs with members across 9 countries and 3 continents. He's also the founder of the YF Academy with the sole aim of lighting candles behind us so others can easily find their paths to success and purpose. He's also a board member and a mentor at Nextford, the Global Grid, and he's a member of the faculty at both the Lagos Business School and Rome Business School, and is a mentor at Wimbase. Like, he's the author of 2 books. And guess what? The best part of everything that I just read is the fact that he's about 6 feet 5 tall. Yeah. Yeah. So when you be hearing top, top, it is not just in the professional world. He's top physically. Welcome with me. So that's the best part for me. The best part of your tops is your height. Because you cannot be top everywhere and then be 5 feet tall. You can't be top and short. You can't be that top. You can't be that top and you are as short as I am. I'm 5'5", but people like you are the reasons why they call people like me short. And that's not good.
Sorry about that, Pele.
That's not good because I did my best. I did my best to pull up.
It just didn't work, yeah?
Yeah, I did my best to pull up. But when I'm pulling up beside people like you, it's a problem. Yeah.
Sorry.
So welcome on board, Mr. Yemi
Thank you.
Fashion.
Thank
Yes.
you. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you too. So I have another guest in the house. Now I have to read his profile with the Spirit of God. Because amongst everything that he does, he's also a man of God. When you hear that people are man of God, you have to also take it like that. Man of God. Like, I was listening to somebody getting interviewed and she said, I'm a woman of God. Woman of God. The woman of God had to come with an accent. Because if you don't understand that they are women of God, you will not take them so seriously. So amongst the fact that he's a professional, he's an engineer, he's got a PhD, and I'll read it out to you. He's also a man of God. So I need to get into the spirit to introduce my guest, and his name is, number one, he has a PhD, so I'm going to put the doctor. Then he's a pastor. He's an ordained pastor with a church. I've ministered at this church before, and then he's also an engineer. So Dr. and Pastor Akin Boboye, and then he's an engineer. The issues are many. You don't even know which title to launch. You don't know the title to launch, but here we go. Dr. Akin Boboye is a professional that is known as the Illuminator, a distinguished ICT consultant, speaker, and leadership expert with a profound impact in the realms of personal and professional development. As a seasoned goal accountability coach and the creator of the Clear Framework, Akin is dedicated to equipping ambitious professionals, leaders, and entrepreneurs with the strategies and tools they need to excel and transform their goals into tangible achievements. With extensive experience in ICT, Akin has worked on high stakes projects across industries, demonstrating expertise in network planning, development, and operations for top tier technologies, including fiber, SDH, DWDM equipment, and microwave networks for both GSM and oil and gas sectors. His strategic insights have earned him a respected position on the board of FalconNet, a leading ISP in Nigeria. I must admit at this point that this is the first time I'm hearing the word microwave in a sentence. Usually when I hear microwave, you're talking about microwave in the kitchen, and then you're not hearing microwave network. So there are levels to this thing. Beyond his industry influence, Akin is a sought after speaker and thought leader, inspiring audiences globally to embrace accountability and pursue their ambitions with clarity and determination. Through his Rise and Thrive initiative, he actively empowers the next generation with the essential skills to succeed in today's complex world, focusing on leadership, career development, and impactful relationship building. Akin's visionary leadership, combined with his commitment to integrity and excellence, solidifies his reputation as a trailblazer in both personal and organizational growth. Welcome with me, Doctor and Pastor Engineer Akin Boboye.
Yeah,
Thank
At
you.
this point,
I'm feeling.
Good afternoon.
at this point, I feel like a mere mortal. When there are four titles before your name, I feel like a mere mortal. But I like it. I like it because we are pencils in the hands of the creator. So, to everybody joining across the world, you are in a safe place. Saturday evening, some of us Saturday afternoon. We're about to get down into the title of the conversation because all of us need to know what exactly is going on. What is going on in the world to the point where it is beginning to look like content and content creation is taking over humanity. And I'll give a couple of examples that I know that many of us or almost all of us can relate with. People are involved in an accident, and instead of doing CPR on them or trying to help them get an ambulance, their phones are out recording. I remember 30 December in Nigeria last year, a couple of people were involved in accidents, and the first thing and all the things that we saw were people just videoing, like that was the reason why they were at the scene to create content. I also can remember people going to people's funerals. Young people are dying, people in their 20s, in their 30s, in their 40s, and people are there with their phones trying to interview celebrities. Oh, what do you have to say? What are you wearing? Like, why are we having a what are you wearing discussion at the funeral of a child, at the funeral of a young person? Like, what does that even mean? Or the extreme one is people at funerals of 20, 30, 40-year olds, and then you're saying, this is all I ate there. The fact that they even served you food should be a problem.
No, I don't, please.
Like, how did we get to the point where we are at the funeral of a child? I remember getting involved in something in one of the countries abroad, and it was the fact that a child had died, and the family members had told a handful of people, including some people they thought were friends. And then guess what? Someone went on social media to go say that somebody's child just died, that they should pray for the person. Like the person's, some members of the family didn't even know that they had lost their child. And then somebody just claimed that, oh, I wanted them to pray. Oh, sometimes I do not like the fact that I want to admit this, but sometimes I feel like we might have lost the recipe, and part of the recipe is the superhero called Pankere. I think that everybody needs something that looks like Pankere in the house. That even if you don't use it to spank you, you just need to see it. That once you see this Pankere in your house, you should align. So I will start with Mr. Fashehun because I know that he be bothered like I've been, and then he's closer to the millennial. He's not a millennial. You already know.
I'm a Gen Z.
Yeah, even by his height, he's not even permitted to be a millennial. If there's a beef that I have with him, it is his height and it's permanent. If I see him in heaven, the fight continues. Like, how can you be looking like he's one of the few people that will see the middle of your head? What does that even mean? The middle of my head, I haven't seen it before. Do you know what it is to be on earth for over 4? And I haven't seen the center of my head before. And then Mr. Fashion just stands tall. And then he's even telling me what's there. Aidi, there's something in your hair. Like, what does that even mean? Mr. Fashion,
Oh my God.
has content
Okay.
creation taken over humanity? Like, what is going on in social and on social media? What is going on with your human beings? Because I'm about to launch my tools as a soldier. You know, I want to step out from being emotions doctor to being a soldier. Once we flog like 2 people.
Yeah. But good evening again, and good morning, good afternoon. Thank you, Edie, for inviting me to this conversation. Honestly, it's something that has bothered me personally for a very long time. And what I call the allure of social media is taking over not just our empathetic side, it's taking over everything. Everything is now about
Now,
number
can you
of
hear me?
We can hear you, Pastor Kimboboye. Can you hear him? You can hear him. Okay, Mr. Fashion, go on while I sort him out. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I was saying that it's not just that it's taking over our empathetic side, it's taking over everything. It's now about number of connections that matters. It's number of followers that matters. It's number of likes and number of views. Let me tell you the one that I don't like, and people are not going to like me for this. You make a post and then you are begging people to please like and share. As if
Yeah.
that's all that matters, right? Why can't we concentrate on if you're sure that you are spewing values, things that are authentic, things that will impact life, I don't think we should get to the point where we are there for focusing on the likes and the value. You know, not some of us, many of us grew up in church, and you will hear things that this sermon may be for one person. So if it's only one person that's impacted, right, job done. But right now, we want 150 million people to be impacted. So we are begging for likes and for views. I don't know what we're going to do, but that's our reality at the moment. And this is not a generational shift. This is about everybody. It is an evolution into the era of digital that is impacting all of us. The fact that you can do something immediately and you can reach out to, I don't know, maybe 100 people or 200 people or 1 million people is enough for you to, number one, say anything. Once you have a smartphone and you have ring lights, just set it up, say anything, and then you just want your life and your views. So that, and because it's not also now monetized, it's now become even more complex. So everyone is looking after the locker, the money. I want to monetize my gift. I want to monetize my voice. I want to monetize the fact that I'm the one breaking the news without even verifying the source of it, without even checking if it was okay, if it was the truth, if it was not AI. You know what I mean? Everybody just wants to be seen, to be heard, and then to be rewarded. And that's why we're all setting up ring lights. We still have this conversation, interestingly, on just today. I dropped a thought this morning on the Wife Academy. And I made an allusion to School of Hard Knocks. I'm sure you know the guy
Yeah.
who interviews billionaires and all that. And you know what I said to them this morning? I said, how come the billionaires themselves are not setting up ring lights? Excuse me. They're not setting up ring lights to tell us 7 ways to become a billionaire, 25 things to do to become a millionaire by 30. We actually need a third party to let us know that they're billionaires. You know what I mean? Why is it not Dangote setting up ring light to tell us how to become a billionaire? Right? So, and it's because everybody just wants to talk. Everybody wants to be seen. Everybody wants to be heard. And we're losing old-time values, and then we're losing the empathetic side of things, especially when it's about breaking news. Everybody just wants to rush to the social media, and then the comment sections are always crazy. Sometimes I read the comment sections and you see people egging them on. right? And then yeah, that's the best thing to do. I don't know what the solutions will be, but I personally I am concerned about the drift into this space of being the first to speak, breaking news, monetizing everything. It's a serious and complex issue. It is very serious.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. While you were talking, something came to my mind, and I think that for me as a professional who teaches emotional intelligence amongst other skills, we need to start doubling down on digital intelligence. I think that we need to start teaching people about digital intelligence, about what it is, to preserve what it is to be human, because we're losing the recipe. We're
Yeah.
losing the recipe. Okay, let me hold on to that thought. And let's listen
You
to
were talking,
Pastor
something came to my mind,
Akin Boboye.
and I think that for me as a professional,
Okay. Pastor A, are we good?
Okay, no problem.
Yes, sir.
Thanks very
Okay.
much, Mr. Yemi. Question.
Thank
For
you, sir.
me, the thing is, there is, I mean, from another perspective, what I see is that what I see is this: content creation is not the problem. The problem is when people begin to confuse visibility with value.
Mhm.
A person may have many followers and still feels empty inside. Okay? So the issue is not the content itself, but is the shape, the identity and behavior. Okay? So what you see is that people, you can now define whether it will take over the humanity or not. And this is personal. Because yes, it's taking the humanity. It's replacing humanity within the context when a human stop thinking. Like the example you gave, you saw somebody had an accident. The first thing is to rescue the person first. So if you're not thinking right, what you do is to carry phone and start recording to be the first to to break the news, so to say. Yes, it's replacing humanity when you stop being creative. It replaces humanity when you decide to copy trends. Because what everybody is doing now is to carry phone to be the first to break the news. So what you do that, just following the trend. But what is the issue on ground? The issue is let's rescue this person. Let's support life. So the human, you delete the human. Okay? And then you are now focusing on creating content. So in other words, you have replaced your humanity with content creation. And may I repeat, we have two types of content we are talking about. The content from AI, from technology is different. You as human, you have a content. And that is the humanity in you, is the content in you, created by God. So man is just creating their content and using it to replace themselves. If they don't think well, if they are not creative, and if they don't understand the context where they are, in other words, if they are following trends. So it's important that we know what we are doing part-time. So you must know what you are doing. What do I need to do part-time? Okay? Yes, machine is taking over. No problem. Everybody wants to be there, even if it's just because of monetization. Okay? You want to make the money, you want to have so many followers, but the problem is this. You have many followers, you have many likes, but no connection. You have lacked connection. So technology can create content, but only humanity can create connection. So those who will do that, those who will continue to be human, will be people that will enjoy the future, are those people who combine the technology, that is content creation, okay, with emotional intelligence. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I like the part where he said that technology can create content, but only humanity and being human can create the connection. And then that takes me to the next thing. But before the next question or conversation, I want to share a story or something that I saw on TikTok that broke me. So beyond the fact that I run Emotion City and EQ House of Africa, is also me functioning in the military. And my work in the military is simply mental health. Yes, I can shoot, I can do all of those things, but it's strictly mental health. And part of the mental health is CPR. So I have a CPR certification, American Red Cross, all those things, certifications and stuff. Now, there was this guy that on TikTok, that was the story they rendered. They said that he came to the swimming pool with a lady. And according to them, they said he wanted to impress the lady by jumping into the pool to swim. But I don't think he knew how to swim. And then sometimes people think that when they see a pool of water, it's just like a bigger bathroom, where they can just float without scales. So somehow he jumped in and he didn't make it out. But what was surprising to me was that when they brought him out, after a couple of minutes, they just laid him down like they were laying down goat meat, like a slaughtered goat. And they brought out their phones to say, oh, they don't know who this guy is, blah, blah, blah. Nobody tried to do CPR, nothing. So I am one person who has seen people receive CPR and they survived, because I work across clinics and they survived. And it broke my heart when I just saw him lying down there and all they could say was they don't know who he is. Even if you don't know who someone is, there's a better way. And the fact that they did not even try to find out if he was still alive or something. What if he hadn't even passed? So it leads me to the next question, which is, are we beginning to see human beings as content? No longer human beings, Mr. Fashion, because it's the same way I think some organizations see their staff as resources, not human resources. The human may be missing. Yes, they have the capacity to be resourceful, but then they are still human. So I'm beginning to think that maybe in our minds, people will say, oh, they are using content creation to hustle, to make money, to do this, to do that. So I can see a question here that says, but isn't content creation empowering a lot of people in this country, especially because a lot of youth are unemployed, yet they are unemployed, educated and otherwise, meaning even the educated people are looking for jobs, uneducated people are looking for jobs. So what do you think, Mr. Fashion? Like, are we beginning to see humans as content, and then a Gen Z is saying that, oh, but content creation is helping us make money? Yes. So where do we go from here?
Well, I think your question is about maybe 5, 7, 8 years late. That has happened already. Content has taken over consciousness, right? Money has taken over control. Legacy, impact, value has been replaced now by content. And you know what? That content is in the moment. Let me not say what we don't even know is that it's for a minute, it's for a while. So somebody else creates the next content and then we forget your content. You know what I mean? So if we focus too much on empowerment, like somebody said. We focus so much on what we get out of it. The question is, what's the impact on people around us? Are we creating content for the moment, or should we be creating connectedness for impact and for value? If we can find the nexus of both, by all means. What it means is that you may want to create some content, but when you realize the impact of that, possibly negative, on other people within the ecosystem, i.e. your audience, then you can take a step back. You know what I mean? So it's not everything. I think it comes back to emotional intelligence. It's not everything you want to type. Absolutely. Yes, that's the game. That's the game, sincerely. Because it's not everything you want to forward that you should forward. It's not everything that you have typed that is for the moment. You know, Simon Sinek said something that I'll never forget. You can always be right, but you don't have to be right in the moment. You know what I mean? So I mean, some contents are for the archives for now, and you wait there for the right moment before you talk about it. But because it's instant messaging, and we are in a dispensation where we want to do it as soon as we think it. We don't have that mechanism of control, which is emotional intelligence, to ask the right questions. Is this for the right room? Is this content for the right audience? Is this for the right moment? Or should I even put this out at all? I'm sure you've noticed that I rarely talk about politics or religion online.
Yeah.
In any of my content. And that's because, honestly, since about 2015, you remember at some point it was so crazy that people just see content, something that happened about 25 years ago, and they put it out, forward it in groups, as if it was something that was happening at that moment. The question is, what are we after? What do we want to? What's the objective? It's high time we went back to start asking those pertinent questions. This thing that I'm about to post, this thing I'm about to forward, this thing I'm about to share, what value does it add to me, number one, as an individual, beyond money, and what value does it add to my ecosystem? If it's not generally in the positive side of the equation, then emotional intelligence suggests to us that you should break. Just take a break and chill. What we don't do anymore is to edit content. We just type or copy and we paste and we send. Sometimes we need that 5 to 10 second pause. I'm sure you know that. To say, to ask those questions. Should I? Should I not? Should I later? Should I send it now or should I edit it? And you mentioned the fact that I write on LinkedIn. Even when I write professional content, right? I promise you that what I'm going to post on Monday, this coming Monday, has been ready like 6 weeks ago. But guess what I've been doing? I've been editing it. Just making sure that you're using the right words and then you're targeting the right audience. But we don't do that anymore. We are too impulsive about content. This is the time for us to go back, to look inwards again and start asking those questions about how relevant is this to my audience. But if the focus is just about connection, followers, views, and money, then anything goes. Until we move away from just looking at content creation for empowerment or for making money, then we're gonna dig deeper into this hole. And I don't see what the solution will be. Yeah.
Dr. A.
And I don't see what the solution will be.
Please, what's your thoughts? What do you?
Dr. A.
And I don't see what the solution.
Oh, okay. Thanks very much, Mr. Yemi. You see, the problem we have, the people they have, is understanding what the tools for content creation is meant for. You see, we need to understand that the AI, the tools we use for the tool, AI is what I call tools in our hand, and it's not a substitute for our hearts. What do I mean by hearts? One is humanity. through empathy. Number 2 is the ethical integrity. Like he said, what you are sending out, are you just copying and pasting? I mean, within what context are you sending this? Then, is there wisdom in what you are doing? That is the A, applied wisdom. Now, consider yourself with others, your relationship. Then, when you look at it, what is the purpose? What is the transcendent purpose of doing this? So, in other words, you see, everything still goes back to your emotional intelligence. And because many people fail to understand that the root of any content creation is human intelligence. So people just pick phones, they lose this human intelligence, and they just copy and paste. This guy, George, I think George, I just forgot the name now. I mean, the George was saying something recently, and he said, look, people posted some things about 2 weeks ago, the headlines. 5 of those headlines have been the headlines in the last 30 years, 26 years. And people just carried it and started posting again. Number 1 is, I am hungry, we are hungry. And he gave example, he gave it that it was Newswatch, quoted the dates, showed the Newswatch. So we need to, yes, we have to make money. Yes, somebody is saying that, okay, in the age that we don't have money, but you see, the truth of the matter is this: anything you want to do, you must apply what we call human intelligence. Because without it, you are just automating yourself. And you can automate yourself out of existence if care is not taken. So it's very important that we know what we are doing. We apply the intelligence, human intelligence, emotional intelligence into whatever we are doing. Even if we want to make money, know when to make money, know when not to make money. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. So I would look through this question. It says, there's one platform that often seems to reward shaming, outrage, and bad news from my perspective. And all of us know the platform. The X. Do you think it's possible to change the narrative on such platforms? If so, what would it take? I would first of all allow Mr. Fashion go for it, because I'm not even sure he's on X. You there? Never seen you there before. I know you're too cool to be there. You there?
I really like this question. I am on X,
Okay.
and I tended to post also on Mondays or when ideas hit me. But when I saw the shaming, outrage, bad news, according to our guest, what she said, honestly, I ran away. I'm not kidding you. I don't
I
think I've
remember I used to see
posted
you.
more
Yeah,
than
I just remembered.
yeah. But I ran away. It's not, if you want to safeguard your mental health, run away from that platform. You know what I mean? Because it's all of us. We have that tendency to scroll. So if you go on any platform and you see one thing and another, you want to scroll. But when you scroll, and it's all of this shaming, outrage, way, we don't even know how to
Otik Bim.
engage. Exactly. We don't know how to engage anymore. If it's not negative vibes, if it's not negative words, you are not trending. So the more negativity you spew, the more people are hailing you or people are liking it up. I run away. So these days I show up maybe once in every 3 months on X. I mean, it used to be more than that, maybe twice a week. But honestly, I can't bear. I just can't deal. It's not a place to be if you want to safeguard your mental health. So you're right. It's that platform rewards all sorts of negativity. And it is for that reason that I am really worried. And if you see people not caring about the now and the future, and they just say it as it comes to mind, they just post it as it comes to mind. Honestly, the future is becoming more and more worrisome. What's going to happen? Are we gonna have a break at some point and start thinking differently, start acting differently, start posting differently, or are we just going to allow these to continue? Who's gonna help? Who's gonna help our generation, or who's gonna help this dispensation? It's quite worrisome. And guess what? Gradually, we are moving such negativity onto some professional platforms. LinkedIn once in a while gets exposed to such individuals. Remember at some point, LinkedIn tried the story functionality where you can post some things on your story. By the time they experienced it for about 6 months and people were posting stuff, I mean, that functionality was disabled. So I think it's this control that we think we have over anything you want to say, anything you want to do, no repercussion. I think it's that control that we are misusing. And I'll come back to it. There's only one thing that can help us with that control so that we can help ourselves in terms of our digital footprints. And that control is emotional intelligence. I mean, I saw BC post something and I quickly munch it. And that's really what really guides me personally. Honestly, when I post the Rotary's 4-way test, the things we say, the things we do. Number one, is it the truth? If you are not verified, then don't post it. Is it fair to all concerned? What's going to be the impact? Somebody losing a child, and the first thing you want to do is to make story or content out of it. How is that fair to the concerned party? Will it build goodwill? One of the things that we leverage on today from a business perspective is the goodwill and social capital we built when we were in 805. I must tell you, as an entrepreneur today, goodwill and social capital is what gives me a lot of leverage. So whatever you want to do, beyond me making money and followers and connections for you, will it build goodwill within the ecosystem? And then will it also enhance better friendship? Will it be beneficial to all? If we can't answer all those questions in the affirmative, then emotional intelligence suggests to us that we don't have to forward, we don't have to share, we don't have to post. So maybe I don't know what we're gonna do, how we're gonna do it, but we need to start a message through as many platforms as possible, especially like this one, to say that we all need to start thinking differently before we post stuff. TikTok is another crazy place. I understand at the moment you don't even want to go there. So, I'm not sure what the solution is. I'm not sure.
Thank you, sir. Engineer.
I'm not sure what the solution is. I'm not sure.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, sir. The issue, yes, we need to be those platforms. What the algorithm pays for, I mean, is they reward what they call attention. Okay, so it's not the character they reward. They reward attention, and because of the fact that they reward attention, that is why bad news spreads faster than good news. And what gets rewarded gets repeated, and that is why people jump at it, because they know whatever. You see, in Nigeria now, if you want to do you want to post and you want to have views, just post it. The president is going to kill us. We will see people will jump at it. But the truth is this: we need to talk to the content creators too need to be very careful. Okay, because at the end of the day, we are creating a new form of what I call poverty indirectly. Okay, and well, we only need to change the narrative by this kind of platform, telling people that look, content, you can create content that will build people and you still make your money. Okay, You don't need to say you are creating content that will break the internet. The one that will build people, the one that will make people to come back again. Because you see, after a while, when people know that this is what you do, and this is the kind of news you bring, even when you are bringing the new ones, I mean, the good news, people will not believe, because we need to look at it. So the question every creator should ask is just like that for Rotary test. Is it true? And Bible is very clear about it too. When you look at Philippians 4:8, okay. So you need to find out: is it true? Is it useful? Is it more necessary for you to publish it? If it will go viral but not true, pause. So what we can only do is just like this kind of gathering, telling people to change the narrative, to say, look, people, you can still make your money without, encouraging bad news or posting bad news. Okay, like why I stopped, why I'm a bit I don't go to X regularly, and I was saying this in the church. I said the problem is, before we used to hear that woman breast is a private part, but now we cannot define it as a private part. So I was telling my wife, I said, why if we go to X, the next thing you see people there, and the next thing they have just shown anything. So I just told my wife, I said, it's better we run. One will run away from this thing so that because I don't know. So what we need to do is, if the algorithm rewards kindness more than controversy, okay, will your content change? That's the question. If the answer is yes, then what does that say about who is really shaping your values? Who is shaping your values? So what we only need to do is talk to the content creators, okay, and the audiences, so that we can look at a better way. Because I don't know why some people go to internet to go and consume content. But at the end of the day, if care is not taken, you discover that you consume content to the extent that you have emotional problem, because we have overload of bad news carrier. So, and people will believe that whatever you are a bad news carrier. So we need to talk to ourselves, those who are creating content, because one way or the other, we know who are content creators. Three people are involved: the platform, the content creators, and the audiences. So the best I feel we can do is that we organize, more of this kind of, because if people are coming with bad news, there should be people too that will come with good news, and then create and post good news for people to consume. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So I am enjoying this. We have two more questions that I will blend into one based on what our guests have published in the comment section. The first is about the rise of story time. So there's something called story time on TikTok, where people just come out to share whatever that happened to them in their family, with their friends, with their lovers, anything. And then, now thinking about confidentiality, because story time, people say everything. Like anytime I am on TikTok and I'm just like, we need another word for normal people, because I remember telling my friend, I said, now I can see why God had to flood the earth the first time, and truthfulness, I don't mind him coming back again to flood again. Because you guys be doing too much on earth. Anytime I read the Bible about the flood, I'm like, yeah, I got it. Because the people you left us with. And I also joke with my friends when I talk about the 7,000 people that God said hadn't bowed to Baal. I always say to them that we're now 34 out of the 7,000 that the other 6,009 have bowed. We're now 34. And then they asked me how I was able to count. I said, I don't even know, but we are sure 34. If you are part of the 34, good for you. In fact, there was one day a friend was talking to me on phone. We spoke for an hour. So I started by saying that we're now 34. By the time we were done speaking for an hour, I said, I think we are 6 left. He said, every 5 minutes I reduce a number. I said, yeah, every 5 minutes somebody's malfunctioning. We are 6 left. I said, if me and you continue talking for the next 15 minutes, there'll be nobody left. Yeah, so the story time on TikTok has become a mess. And then there's this other one here. This creator says, it seems like people creating meaningful content have to work much harder. I can agree with that because the work we have to do behind the scene, like it's easier to just drop a gist and gossip. Like it's just easier to twerk than to be discussing emotional intelligence. I'm telling you, like I always tell my people, I said, the problem with what we sell is that we are selling meaning. We are selling common sense and depth. People want it shallow and they just want it like that. So, Mr. Fashe, what do we do? Because, I don't know if you still work hard, but, I'm in my working hard season. You have retired. You are now repeating. I'm praying that you should even put me on allowance because there's really no reason why you are in my life and I'm working this hard. There's absolutely no reason. This is the reason why I'm telling you, there's no reason why you are in my life and I'm this hardworking. At least I should say that I have some nepotism because of you. I'm telling you. So you are not part of us, so Mr. Fashion, don't add yourself to the people who work hard, please. You have passed that level. People like me who are working hard, we're in our building season. Please, how can we be millionaires, multi-millionaires, without working and giving gist? Because we want to prosper, Mr. Fashion. How can we be like you? You did not twerk. Or did you twerk and deleted the videos? I didn't see your twerking video. Maybe I missed it. Did you twerk? Because all these top award that you have and all that, how can we prosper like you, please, without saying all I ate at a funeral?
Okay, so this is what I say. You see, success is for the long game. Success is for the long game. So consistency in the things that we believe in, consistency in the values that we hold there, will pay off in the long run. I promise you, it will. On LinkedIn, I'll be very vulnerable. On LinkedIn, when we were building visibility with value, not visibility with content. Those days, I mean, people read, people connected. We had engagement, we discussed and all that. But guess what? These days, I don't try. I don't try to do extra work. The fact that everybody has now become a writer on LinkedIn. People who left university 2 years ago, they're now career coaches, and they have followers. The people who are still struggling in DM, they'll come and ask you for urgent 2K. But on the main page, on their own page, they're telling you how to make money. You know what I mean? So I don't bother anymore to do the extra work. All I just focus on the things that I've been consistent with. I am not willing to talk to everybody. I'm willing to talk to a few. And a few people who are connected with you will make you get the reward of your hard work. If not now, it'll be later. I'll give you an example. 2023, December, I got a call from someone in the HR space. And the person was like, wife, we want to do a retreat and we're looking for consultants to manage our leadership retreat. So we started a conversation and eventually structured a meeting with the MD. I'll cut the story very short. I met with the MD on a Thursday so that we can see what we can do together. And at that meeting, the MD, this is an oil and gas company. The MD, after about 25 minutes of conversation, said, yeah, I'm comfortable to go with you. As a matter of fact, I read your post of this week. Thank God it's Monday on LinkedIn, where you talked about consistency. And that's the kind of thing that I want to focus on at this retreat. That was how they signed me on for January 2024. And we did that at that point. For 2025 January leadership retreat, they called me again. We went to IIT Ibadan. For this year, January 2026, we were in South Africa for a week. And they called me again. So that's been 3 years consistently working with a client because of the content that resonated with the managing director. So tracking would have given me money immediately and eroded my values. And then how can I also sustain trekking, right, on social media, just because I want to connect with the now of the moment. You know what I mean? So my hard work is to make sure that I am not speaking to everyone. I'm speaking to the few who can relate to the things that I'm talking about. And believe me, we get feedback, we get DMs of people say, oh, I read that, and that's exactly what I'm going through. For me, that's $1 million. Once I impact one person with what I write, but that's not where the world is. Let's be honest. The world will rather reward what will go viral. And that is all the things that are for the moment. We are no longer thinking long term. We are no longer thinking consistency. We're no longer thinking values. We're just thinking now. So we need to, that's where the hard work is. The hard work would not be for you and I trying to create meaningful content. It's also to reach out to individuals to educate more people about the need to create meaningful content. I totally agree that when entertainment, sports, sex-related matters, those are the 3 things that will go viral easily. So everybody is finding ways to entertain. I mean, I've seen old men and old women dancing and creating content. Where's the world going to? But I don't bother. It doesn't bother me. I don't want to be viral. I want to be valuable. I think that's a distinction that we need to make. Do you want to go viral or do you want to become valuable to this generation? Once you focus on what you want to do, I don't think the focus on not making money now from content or my content not going viral now should be our focus. It is consistency. It is your value system. It is your connectedness. You know, there's a difference between connectedness and connection. Not connectedness is about the deep relationship that you have with people and people have with your content. Connectedness is just in numbers. I'm not focusing on numbers. I went beyond all of that a long time ago. So, to our guest who said that, meaningful content will not go viral, I totally agree. But should I use the word nonsense content? They will go viral. It depends on the individual. Determine where you want to play. But please also know that success, whatever you're doing now, success is for the long game. It's not a short time intensity. It's long-term consistency. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fashion. And then while you were talking about how you've been consistent and how your consistency has been rewarded, I also remember that at least you have now put it on record that you owe me tithe for 3 years. Because me and Madam BC, you can see, she said, Mr. Fashion, don't leave me. Because while you were dropping wisdom, God was giving us wisdom. So you cannot even now say that ED is not true because you are on tape. Because when you dropped it, I was like, thank God my lawyer now has evidence that you owe me for 3 years, because without being provoked, you shared your testimony and I received it with love. So I know that you are a wise man. Me and Mrs. BC need to be retired. You cannot be in our life and we are working this hard. You know, when people say, Aidi, you are very hardworking, the only thing left in me is my intrusive thoughts. Because if I allow my intrusive thoughts to take over, they will perish. Hardworking is because I don't have anybody sponsoring me with my 5'5" height. Who should be working this hard with my height? I'm like, please don't, please. You think that if you drop $1 million in my account, I will be all online? I will not be online. I will just leave you people for 1 year, be by the beach side, just speaking in tongues. That's when you will see that you will hear me say, I hear the Lord. Why would you hear the Lord directly? You are not online, you are not connected. No, you will be hearing God. You know, in the day King Uzziah died, that's what will be happening to me. So, Mr. Fashion, you are on record for 3 years donation. So, engineer, I'm about to unmute your mic so that you can also drop your own record.
Thank you, Edie. Thank you, Mr. Fashion.
Yes,
you
sir.
see, somebody said good content don't go viral. Yes, but the truth is this: if you are dropping content that are going viral, after a while, when you look at the content in future, how will you see yourself? How do you see yourself? Because there are some content that you can't go back to. Whereas the good content that you feel is not going viral can be useful in future. Maybe you can decide to say, okay, let me make some books out of it. But the bad news, you discover that you are not going to be able to use it after a while. Mm-hmm. So it has lifespan. Mm. It will fizzle out. And if you don't have bad news again, because the truth of the matter is this: the basis of that content is not human intelligence, like I said earlier. So you are just copying the trend, copy and paste the trend. So after a while, you will see that you won't have anything, you won't have any content again, because waiting for bad news. Because in a situation where storytelling has become content, people have become your products. And then pain has become entertainment. This is the humanity is at risk, and we need to be very, very careful. Okay, so what do we do in this instance? We need. I think the first thing is, one of those things is this: you cannot say, "Let's stop the story time." No. What we can do is to say, "Let's create what you call wisdom time." Mm-hmm. It may not go viral now, but you will see. You know why I discovered this? When you start it, you may not know. Mm-hmm. I started content on YouTube and Instagram some times ago, and I was shocked that some of my people, even from my environment, my village, that I've seen several years ago, they will now get my email, my WhatsApp, and send to me that we read your content on. You're always posting content on the social media. That we love the series. We love this. We love that. So now we later reconnected. So what that means is this: after a while, when people know that you give a content that is educative, okay, that is valuable, with time it will still go viral. The only thing is that it may not go viral initially. It may not be trending initially, but with time, those that have been posting the viral one, will fall back on the valuable one. And two, we won't say because it is not there, that okay, this is what is trending, and then we refuse to protect what we call human dignity. Whichever way we look at it, what I discover is this: people may tell you may post your content, and people may feast on it immediately. But with time, you discover that it may not be working again. I remember somebody lost someone. I wasn't around. I posted the content to her. But during that period, she didn't read the content. So I sent somebody to her to say, look, I wasn't around, ma. please, I sent something to you. He read it and got back to me. And he said, let's see when you come. And when I came back, I discovered that, look, it was actually not the content. We didn't even discuss about the content. I only wanted to just post something to her. So I kept on posting content every day to encourage her. So when I saw her, we're just laughing as if nothing happened. Why? Because I've already put content, and I made sure that for the first 6 months, I kept on posting that content, sending it to her every day to heal her wound. You understand? But I know during that period, many things went viral because everybody knew, at least in Lagos, with many posts. I read, I would just laugh. I would say, huh? And I saw the bad ones, and that one was going viral. But I won't post my own normally because that person was very close to me. I mean, very close to me. I will not post it on social media. I just sent it to her, and I kept it. Okay? So what I feel we can do is we can encourage people to reward better content. Okay? Algorithm, everything is still within the algorithm. Algorithm follows audiences. We know. Okay? So the creators, we still need to talk to the creators. So after they'll say, look, again, we need, and then another thing we can do is to teach what we call digital ethics. Anywhere we have the opportunity, that what you are posting, is it true again? Is it fair? Is it helpful? Does it respect human dignity? Okay? Will I still post it if it never went viral? That's the next question you need to ask yourself. Okay? So we need to be careful. We need to, when we meet people, for those people within my circles, I always tell them, before you post anything, think very well. Because, look, views, if you look at those bad news, they are for views. And views are temporary. Impact is long-lasting. Okay? So if you have what we call virality without value, it's like influence without responsibility. So that is what we need to take note of. And that's all from me.
Thank you, sir. So the final question, which is our goodbye to all our listeners. If you've been listening from inception, I want to say thank you to all of you for keeping it real with us till this time. And if you haven't liked or subscribed to the channel, please like the video so that we can push this positive content to other people, because YouTube rewards so much like to get to other people. For them, the more viral your valuable content goes, the more other people should watch it. So please use your prosperous hands, those hands of yours that are very prosperous, to please like and subscribe to the channel. So the final question that we have here, which is the final thing that we're going to say, and just after that, we say thank you and then do have a restful night or afternoon, is a guest says, we have no control over negative viral content out there. We have control over positive, valuable content. But are we posting positive content as much as people are posting the negative, content? And then she went on to say, we cannot continue to be the world's best kept secret by not sharing our positive content. So can we please talk to the people listening who have positive content to share, and to just encourage them to just, build, the value that they have, even in public, as much as they can, to the level where they can share. You don't have to share any confidential detail to be valuable and all of that. So, Mr. Fashion, what do you think, sir?
Well, I think we must, just to support what this is saying, I think we must encourage people to continue to drop positive content. What they need to be aware of, however, is that it will not go viral. It will only give value. So let value be the focus of our positive content. If it's not bad news, if it's not entertainment, if it's not sports, if it's not sex, it may not go viral. We all need to accept. I accepted that fact a long time ago, right? So it doesn't bother me when my posts don't go viral. If it's only 10 people that we have impacted with positive posts, please let's continue. And that's why I've not stopped my Thank God It's Monday on LinkedIn. I mean, I talk about culture, HR, life hacks, success conversations, and all that. And I haven't stopped, despite the fact that I'm not looking for like pastors and virality. No, looking for value. And when people come into DM, we all need to see. So those of us who are posting positive comments, we need to see that the message that says thank you, I read your post and it changed my life. That is worth, to me, more than $1 million. If we can refocus that thinking and make that shift, then we will not stop the positive content. After a while, let's tell ourselves the truth. After a while, the guys who are focused on X with negative things going viral, the world gets tired of them. The world is looking for other safe spaces where their mental health can be rebuilt. So when they are looking for such safe spaces, are you going to be that safe space with your content? That is the $100 million question. So let's not be weary in doing good with our positive comments. On X, I'm not sure. Like I said, I see posts once in a while, but LinkedIn is my favorite. My WhatsApp status is active 24 hours every day because I reach, maybe about almost 1,000 contacts. So I constantly post it. So choose your platform, but please don't run away from social media because of the negativity or negative vibes around. Please keep posting. It may not go viral now, right? And the vision is for an appointed time. That post may just be for an appointed time as well. It will reach one person or 10 people or 15 people. And once we make impact in the lives of the few, it's more important than the money we are losing by not going viral. That will be my parting shot. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Engineer.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
I think, yeah, we have to, my system, the other system is what I'm using to hear him. Okay, thank you very much, sir. Okay.
Please hold on. I just heard you say something because I've been trying to check my settings to see where the echo was coming back, but I am happy that you said it because now it's totally on. Once you are doing or having a conversation with anybody above 50, you will feel it. And I just want to say thank you because I've been wondering where the echo was coming from. But I know it's allowed though. I was the one who forgot. But thank you for rescuing my thoughts because I was like, I didn't know what's going on with my sister, but I totally forgot that you were on board.
Okay. Thanks very much. No problem. No problem. Yeah, you see, like I said, the future is very important. Today we are, for me, and it has worked for me. I don't go for what is trending. I don't wait for people to say, okay, this is what is there that I need to belong. No, I wait. What I'm building, can it last beyond my space and time? So they may not be rewarding good content now, but I can say that as the social media grows, good content will come to play because the future of social media from technical point of view will not be determined only by algorithm. Okay, it will also be determined by the choices of the creators and the habits of the audiences. That's the truth of the matter. So if we reward wisdom over more than scandal, okay, value more than virality, you will see that with time we'll gradually shape a healthier, digital culture. It's just about digital culture. So what we need to do is to start from somewhere. Okay? Identifying that, look, we need to get to change the digital culture to make it healthier is the starting point. So we keep pushing it. We keep pushing. Later, what is not viral today, because it's not I mean, what we feel is not, I mean, viral today, will become the content of tomorrow. But we must not stop, because if darkness, for example, it will say darkness should prevail, and you have the light. If you put it under the table, nobody, you won't see. So the thing is, we cannot afford to be complaining, okay? But we must make attempts to contribute. So post it, like Mr. Fashion said, post your content. Those who believe in you will continue to consume the content, and they will be your champions later. Because when they see, the truth of the matter is this, I discovered something. When people want to flex, they go for any babe, anyone outside there. But when they want to marry, why are they go in those days? They will go back to the village. Why are they not marrying from the city? So which means they know the good and the bad. So why are you going? Because I think I challenged somebody. I thought you wanted to get married now. Why did you go to village? He said the people in the cities. He was just telling me that they are finished. Okay, so I'm just using that word as an analogy. So people with time will tell you when they need content, when they need valuable content, they will know where to go. They will know where to go. So take note of that. They will know where to go. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep this kind of discussion, and at the end of the day, we'll get to where we are going. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much, engineer. If you're wondering why I had to take a jab, on the ancestors, is because engineer is a member of the Faculty of Emotion City. I was the one that lost guard, because usually I would have remembered that, and then engineer also said that somebody was marrying from the city. That person marrying from the city and village, are you sure that person himself is not finished? Because this behavior is from finished men. I think it's the person that is finished to contaminating women. Engineer, I will not unmute your mic. No. I will not. It is that man that is finished, both in the city and in the village. Thank you so much to all our listeners. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out with us till this particular time in West Africa. I know it's past 10. Africa is always ahead in time. Now I need them to be ahead in technology, in normalcy, because they be ahead in time, ahead of some people, and then they be doing stuff. So thank you so much, all the people who liked and subscribed to the video. Thank you so much, Mr. Fashion, for dropping revelation, your testimony, and for also saying that you owe me. You just said it here, and I'm so glad. Thank you, engineer, the manager. You don't owe me, don't worry. Mr. Fashion's money is enough. I'm telling you. And thank you to my team members. I see them here. I see them as guests. Thank you so much to Valerie, to Tammy, to Mrs. BC, to all the awesome people that stood with us. Let me see if there are some names that I saw. Thank you, Oyiye. Thank you to, who else did I see? To all of you, generally, to all of you, thank you. We will see you next weekend with another topic on the Emotional Intelligence series. And if you listen from the beginning to the end, you will see all of us talking about emotional intelligence. So you can see that emotional intelligence is not just a skill, it is life. It is how you think, it is how you feel, it is how you act. Every professional here has mentioned emotional intelligence repeatedly, because emotional intelligence is that difference between being a human being and being human. because you can be a human being and not be human. You can be a human being and still be a terrorist, and still be wicked, and still be a beautiful witch, handsome demon. You can be all of those things, but emotional intelligence is the distinctive factor. So thank you so much to everybody. Do have a restful night. Bye. Bye.
Yeah. Take
All
care.
right.
Bye.
Yes.
Have a good one.
Bye. You too.
All right. Bye bye. All right.